All right, you guys, welcome into Third and Teal. No intro today. Just coming right off, fresh off the press, hot. Been looking at things, been talking about stuff. Um, as always, we got the three of us. Maybe we'll get some guests. As we go on. But how you doing today, Eric?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. Hey, anytime I get to talk to y'all about Jaguar football, man, it's a great day. It's a great day. You know, I get to see my man Trevor down there. He.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but you
So
got to
how's it?
wear one of them shirts again, man, that you had on, man, the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
I
was a
might.
nice shirt.
I
It
gotta
was
run. I gotta run all the way across the house for it. So probably not tonight, but
it
next
was
next
very
episode.
it was very festive looking.
Yeah. My other one I have is even more festive. Because it's like orange and it's bright.
Uh huh.
But yeah, it's across the house though. Maybe next time. But Trevor, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I guess it's time to get down to business because we've done some working.
hmm Yeah, I will say I like what Gladstone's doing a lot. As you can see with the title,
Absolutely.
Draftees by Jimmy G. The real Jimmy G, Jimmy Gladstone. It's coming in. And hey, what's up, Cedric? How you doing, brother?
Cedric in the house early,
Yeah, I mean,
brother.
right in there. I mean,
Yeah,
as soon as
What's
we
going
started.
on?
that's what I like.
Yeah, man. I
What's
mean,
up, brother?
I like it a lot. I think that the Emmanuel Ogba signing after really put me in like over the top on this class.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
it,
we
and
got to
it
hone
seems
in
like
on that.
well, but it seems like
Yeah, I was gonna say
everything we did
for
in free
sure.
agency, besides O line, everything we did in free agency, we did not touch in the draft. So it seems like they're being very intentional with where they're selecting, what they're selecting. I mean, I'm more and more okay with the loss of the first round pick next year. The more I look at it, the more I think about it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Go ahead. I'll let you
Yeah,
finish.
well, I was gonna say because the big thing they keep selling us, and the reason I'm more okay with it is because you know I haven't seen anything from the coaching staff and the GM and like our new regime yet, so I kind of just have to trust them and hope what happens, what they think is going to happen happens, because they believe we can win a lot of games right now. And realistically, I mean,
Hmm.
outside of last year, we really have been a fringe team. We lost what out of our 10 games we lost last year, we lost them by one turn or one score or less.
Hmm.
Well, or less, but you know what I mean, one touchdown or
Yep.
less. So I mean, realistically, that's a couple plays, a couple here, a couple of that, um, from getting 10, 13, 11, 7, 9, whatever amount of wins. And I mean, if we're picking anywhere above 16 next year, I mean, I'm happy with giving up that first round pick because we likely would have traded back off of it anyways. And if we have 4 third round picks now next year, and that, I mean, there's not to say we won't have even more. Depending on how trades and everything goes, if we move off of certain guys, even in the season. So um, I'm pretty okay with it. I think is if I'm trusting the regime, and I'm really thinking about what we can do next year with this team and what we're building. I mean, it's going to be a late round pick, anyways,
Hmm.
or a late pick in the round, I should say. But
And I feel exactly the same way you do. I do believe it's going to be a late round pick. Um, yeah. When we first did it, we all were like, "What the heck is going
mhm.
on?" We gave up too much. But once thought about it, gave us a couple of days to sleep on it. You're like, that wasn't bad. If anything, we got the better of that deal. But I mean, I had to go back. I said, let me go back and look and see who was picked at those specific picks that we gave away. They got Mason Graham, Quinshawn Judkins, Dylan Sampson, and that's it. That's all they got. We drafted Travis Hunter, Tootin, and Lane from Navy. So I mean, so only thing we looking at really is next year's first round draft pick, which if expectations hold, it'll be, I say, in the low 20s at the most. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it now. But when it first happened, no, I
Yeah.
not. And then you have idiots like Who is this guy? You know, y'all see, I did my research, right?
Hey, what's up, Robert? I see you down there, brother.
Yeah, Robert.
What's up, Robert. Robert, I like that one, but I got a different one I want to talk about. But go ahead, Eric.
This guy Stephen Chi of Barstool.
Yep.
Now, this is an idiot, man.
That
He
is
gave
an
our
idiot.
he gave our whole draft
Yeah,
an
sure.
F. An
I saw
F.
that.
That's because he's a dumbass.
You know, and here's
Look,
here's the wait a minute.
you
Hold
could
on,
be biased, but you can't go
Hold on.
F, man. That's
hold on,
crazy.
Trevor. Wait a minute. Here's
Yeah,
his
let-
reason. I'm not going to waste anyone's time here. This was a horrendous draft, and it's all due to the trade up. New GM James Gladstone is just 34 years old, and he got taken to the cleaners here. They gave up a future first round pick and more to move up for a wide receiver cornerback. No matter how you slice it, that's a horrible move. You only do that for a quarterback, and we're not even sure at this point that Trevor Lawrence is really good. I do expect him to improve under head coach Liam Cohen. Yes, I do. But the Jaguars are picking fifth with a Super Bowl winning head coach last year, and now they have a first time head coach. There isn't a guarantee they'll be a lot better. If they give up the fifth pick in next year's draft, they really set themselves back. Now that's what this idiot said, right? And then you had what's the other one? Colin Cowherd or whatever.
Oh yeah, I hate that
Colin
guy.
Cowherd.
Yeah, he said basically the same thing. And to both of them individuals, I'm gonna say our favorite thing. Y'all can miss us with that bullshit. All right, stop hating. I don't know what it is with the national media and hating on us like that, man. You know, it's just crazy. We could win the Super Bowl, and they'll find something wrong with winning the Super
Well,
Bowl.
that's literally one of the guys also, like another talking head in the media, said like even if Jacksonville wins a Super Bowl, like the Browns still win based on value. It's like if we win a Super Bowl, we won't give a shit what the
gives a
Browns
fuck?
do. I don't care. Like, what are
Yeah,
you talking
bro.
about?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
You know,
honestly,
and you know, he's right though. You know, he's right on one thing. If next year we're picking top 5, we would have been, then yeah, it was a mistake. Because clearly the superstar we thought Travis Hunter was and the other guys that we picked up, the way we thought they would help us, clearly that's not what happened. And Cohen wasn't coaching like we thought we would, whatever. That's not gonna happen. I don't foresee that happening. And the thing people keep saying, and I even talked about this on the main show, Super Bowl winning head coach is different than a multiple Super Bowl winning organization, because the front office that Doug Peterson had whenever he coached that Super Bowl is not. I mean that's the same people that are still there. They've been to 2 more Super Bowls and they've won one of them since Doug Peterson's gone.
Yeah,
Like,
he can't even just say front office.
Well, no, I'm saying like it's not even like Doug Peterson like won a Super Bowl and then they got rid of him and then all of a sudden the Eagles are terrible. Like,
right.
They won another Super Bowl and they've been to at least 1 or 2 more since he was gone within a couple of years. I mean, they went like 2 years after he was gone. They went back to the Super Bowl. Like, we can't sit here and act like Doug Peterson's the only reason they did anything. You think about it, Doug Peterson had 4 Hall of Famers playing for him at least. Jason Peters, Lane Johnson. They had Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox. They had the safety,
BG.
Jenkins and
Dawkins. They had Dawkins too.
Did they? No, they had Jenkins, not Dawkins.
No, it was Jenkins. But even then,
Dawkins retired
the greatest GM of all time. Like, let's just be.
No,
real.
I mean, yeah, and they're making these picks.
Howie Roseman
these
dudes. Is the best.
Yeah. Again, it's funny to me that people keep on saying like, "Oh, Super Bowl winning head coach," and we were all saying it too when we got Doug Peterson. I'm not going to act like we weren't, but like everything that happened here happened there. Thanks, Duval TV. What's up, man? When we have a head coach and a GM that are officially like in lockstep, Tony Baselli, everybody,
right?
And like Travis Hunter. I mean, the more you look into him, the character, the player, the person, like there's nobody better to bring to Jacksonville. I mean, he is an awesome dude. He likes, the only thing he does when he's not playing football is playing Madden, studying football, or fishing. Like he doesn't do anything else. Like, so
we need.
Yeah,
I do want to, talk about some of the other guys too. But I mean, everybody in the comments too. I mean, it's like the Browns would really have to get some actual like superstars out of these picks for it to be like, oh my God, how could they give up this, that, and the other? Like, and we've got enough ammunition next year. We have 12 picks, and 5 of them are in the first 3 rounds. And without a first, we have a second and 4 thirds. Like, we've got ammunition. If we really want to move up for somebody, we're going to move up for somebody. James Blackstone's already shown that. So, I don't really get the hate. I mean, but it's Jacksonville. We've always gotten the hate, and that's always been a thing.
Always. You're right.
It's I just doesn't matter. And yeah, Barstool, they're idiots. But man, the rest of the draft though, I thought it went great. I think we picked a lot of guys that made a lot of sense. I know the Colts had a shitty draft. Even Justin hated the draft. I don't think the Texans had nearly as good of a draft as they want to think they did. I think the Titans had a pretty good draft. I'll give them that. I do think they had a good draft. They didn't pass up on the one guy that they shouldn't pass up on in Cam Ward. Now he's probably QB2 or QB4, somewhere in that range in next year's class.
Not 2.
No, I could see him being 2. Just because
I guess that only depends if certain people don't come out.
I don't think that next year's QB class is nearly as strong as people want to claim it is. I just think they didn't like this year's so much that they're trying to claim it is because, you have Arch Manning potentially, and who else?
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller's not that good. People talk him up. He threw 24 touchdowns last year. He's not that good. He's good. Don't get me wrong, but I'd take Cam Ward over Drew Aller or however you say his name. And what you have Carson Beck. Carson Beck sucks. That's why Georgia didn't want him anymore, and he went to Miami. I don't think it's now. Do I think it's better overall? Yes, I do, but I don't think it's as good as people are trying to say it is. But
you can become the QB college again.
Oh man, yeah, we're failing QBs. I get that too, Robert. I agree. I just think that, from all the hype we've seen him when he has played, he's played pretty well. But he's a Manning.
I mean, exactly. It's the name. Let's be honest. It's the name.
He's going to go first round, whether he throws 20 touchdowns or he throws 50 touchdowns. He's going to go in the first round.
Absolutely.
I mean, the at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how bad he is. If he's there when the Colts pick, whenever they get drafted, he's getting drafted by the Colts. Because they can't pass in the legacy. And if Jackson Dart doesn't work out in New York, they might draft him for just to get Kid Manning back in the building. But who was y'all's favorite pick for us in the draft, or maybe your top 2 outside of the obvious? Travis Hunter is the obvious choice. But outside of Travis Hunter, who are 1 or 2 guys?
I ain't gonna say Travis Hunter was my favorite.
Okay.
He wasn't my favorite either.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I mean, once you thought about it and looked at some more film, okay, yeah, I can see it, but no, he wasn't one of my favorites. You know who I really liked though? I liked Tootin. I like Tootin. Yes, yep. I really did like him, and the linebacker Kaiser. I like
Kaiser as well.
Yeah, those were my favorite too.
I like Wyatt Millen.
Yeah, I've been banging the table for Wyatt Millen for months.
Love Wyatt Millen.
I like Millen. I like what he's had to say. I like his play. I like his size. He's 6'6", 315. I mean, he's a solid built dude. I think I like Tootin a lot as well. I think something about Tootin that I did not realize when I first heard about him is Allen Jr. is taking Tank's job. Maybe Robert. I think that we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
And whenever we get past the draft picks, and talk about the free agents.
That's right, Cedric. I'm with you, and you too.
But
Ross, to you.
Yeah, Wyatt. I like Wyatt. I like Bayshaw. I mean, I think Travis Hunter is probably my favorite pick if we're talking about what he should be and what we're expecting him to be. I mean, he's got the Heisman Trophy. Trevor's been banging the table for credentials for a while. He's got the athleticism. I don't think he's quite as fast as some people say he is. I think he's like a 4.5 guy, like a high 4.4 guy. Still fast though, and he's got really good instincts. I think on offense, I mean, the one thing about him, he's going to demand attention on offense. They're not going to leave him open, which is going to leave a lot of open field for Parker Washington, De'Ami Brown, and Brenton Strange underneath. But realistically, I really do. I really do like Bashal Tootin. Something he does that Travis did in college, but
I'm gonna
hasn't
talk
really
about that
done.
too, Cedric. No, go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good to know. I wanted to make sure. So one thing that he does that Travis Etienne did in college, but has not done in the NFL, and Travis Etienne didn't do it at the same level that Bashal Tootin does. He has like unreal acceleration through the hole. Like as soon as he sees the hole and commits to it, he's at 100. Like there's no build up, there's no wind up, there's no turbo lag. Like as soon as he wants to be at 100, he gets there.
Here, there, gone.
I've seen a little bit of some wasted. I don't want to say wasted angles, but like he does sometimes kind of pull himself back towards a defender in some cases. My one gripe about him, and something that this coaching staff is probably going to be the first thing they clean up, because there's no way that I see this and they don't. He gives up on not in a sense of gives up on the play of like he's not involved in it. He doesn't run 100% to the end zone. And there's 5 or 6 long touchdowns he had where he almost gets tackled at the goal line right before, because he passes everybody. He knows he's faster than everyone, and then he just starts jogging and he gets caught up to. That's something you can't do in the NFL. There's safeties and corners, and there's linebackers now running 4-3s, 4-4s that'll catch you and rip the ball out. That's my one gripe. He had a little bit of a fumbling problem the last 2 years, but that's something they can clean up as well. I just need him to finish plays, but I absolutely love his acceleration through the hole. I love his speed overall. I think he is what we thought ETN was going to be for us. He's got the speed. He's got because really like ETN had that Liz Frank, and then like he really doesn't pull away from people.
No, I don't know who came up with that. Even when he was playing at Clemson, he wasn't fast. He just look, that team was so good. Once he got in the open, he was gone anyway, because they were playing against nobody.
And they had big receivers blocking too.
Yeah,
so they were,
Yeah, but yeah, this kid here, man. Yeah, I love him. His vision, feet. Let's make it move, man. Because like you say, he's not that what that guy was in Pittsburgh that want to play behind the line and stop.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, his feet never stops. Once he gets the ball, he's moving.
Yeah, he's patient. He's patient, but he moves towards the line of scrimmage.
Right.
He doesn't just stand there when he gets it and kind of look for something. Like he's patient, and that worked for Le'Veon Bell for a while until he played Jacksonville, and then it all went downhill from there. And because we had that big, huge O line and those fast linebackers, he couldn't sit back there.
Right.
And I agree. I think that's something that he's a patient runner, but he's not a stop runner. Once he gets his feet moving, there's no stopping him. And he's got great contact balance. I mean, he's 5'9", 206, 210. He's a little bowling ball. I mean, he's MJD with a little bit more speed. Now MJD is a little bit bigger, a little better contact balance, I'm sure. But I mean, this guy, there's a couple times where he gets wrapped up or he gets in a hole and makes contact directly on with somebody, and he keeps his feet churning, spins out of it. He runs hard for a small guy, and I like that.
Yep. Go ahead, Trevor. We ain't gave you a chance yet.
Well, overall, obviously, I love the draft. Actually. I really love the draft. I think Caleb Ransall is a great answer to the Andre Cisco hole. Fast, hard-hitting. I mean, what more can you ask for? And then I like some other things that took place. Obviously, the Agba signing, like, if you didn't like that, you're an idiot. Like, so it's worth up to $5 million, so it's not like we're breaking the bank, but, like, we needed him, And I can tell you this, man. Watching the Hunt video they put out about the draft process of Travis Hunter, and I even went and watched Travis Hunter's vlog about his first day in Jacksonville, the things they were talking about, the way they were talking. This front office is in lockstep. Like, it's not just a guess, man. Like, there's a clip where you hear Gladstone calling one of the scouts on the phone a couple days before the draft. Like, this is days before the draft. They've had this deal done for Travis for weeks at this point. It's not done. They didn't ink it. Obviously, it's not inked until the draft day. But he actually, like, when he told us on camera at a press conference that everybody slept on it and felt good about it. they actually did sleep on. That is exactly what happened.
That's what he said.
Looking at this, man, like they're actually evaluating this team. Like I like the fact that they don't see a starting spot for Gabe Davis because he was hot dog shit. He's trash. And they recognized it. They recognized that we didn't complete the offensive line, and they got a nasty ass lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty. Tootin. That's just your classic. We need a back that's going to replace ETN, and he's the best one there. That's classic. And then you look at the Travis Hunter situation, bro. Honestly, if Travis Hunter doesn't pan out, let's just say he doesn't pan out the way we want him to, or whatever, we've got an ass load of picks to get back in the first round if we really want to. And being realistic about it, we really are a couple of key players away from a very late first round pick. Like, we really are. Like, we need some linemen, and we needed another receiver and a corner.
I saw that, Cedric. Did you see that, Trevor and Eric? Y'all see that clip?
What? Oh yeah, I saw that.
Travis Hunter. You know, I played a low quarterback too. You give me some guts. I can do it all.
Look, and when I read it, first thing I thought, okay, here we go with the Wildcat.
and also, I love that man's confidence. They called this dude on the phone, and he told him it's the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
What a dog! What a dog! They said, Travis, we're trading up to get you. That's the right decision. That's dog mentality. But not just that, man. I like that Gladstone pointed out Ransall's versatility, his ability to play corner and safety, and he actually played really well. He is going to start at safety, obviously, so I think that works out great for us. I want to talk about the free agency, though, or the UDFAs. Sorry, not free agency, UDFAs, because Buddy went to fucking work.
Yes, he did.
So just a couple of the notable ones. Patrick Herbert, number one, just because he's a brother of Justin, but he's also big ass dude, man. Simon Craig, Colorado safety, really wasn't all that bad, man. It's hard to clean up, but he could clean up pretty well. Ethan Downs, I'm only noting that because he's the same name as me, just saying.
No bias.
No bias at all. If you look at it, we got 19, bro. 19. That's insane. That just shows me that when all these people were talking shit about, oh, you didn't address the DT, you didn't address DT, signs Agba. He had that in the bag the whole time. He had that in the fucking pipe the whole time. Bro is a killer, man. You could tell. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We've been lied to by our front office for a long time. We've gotten used to that. But when Tony Baselli tells us something, I believe it. And Tony Baselli, exact description of James Gladstone on draft night, he's a cold-blooded killer. Watching that man work is insane. He is a killer. And, man, it's ridiculous, man. And, honestly, I still don't think he's done. I don't know. Something telling me he's not done. Because you still got a couple of people that haven't found homes yet that are still big splash playmakers. And he got money in the bank. And also, another thing that just shows me that this front office is actually willing to evaluate a team and not just play the fucking happy hero game. We declined Devin Lloyd's 5th-year option.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what the fuck we needed to do.
You're right.
No more pity 5th years and hoping they fucking pick it up. Nah, bro. You weren't even the fucking green dot. And you still were that fucking bad, bro.
Hey, the man's not good in pass coverage. The
man's not good in pads.
I don't know. He was all right in run, but as far as covering anybody, no, that wasn't even happening. All right, do y'all realize, man, we signed six or seven defensive linemen, and we picked them up undrafted.
UDFAs. That's again, bro. It's like, bro, everybody's like, Gladstone, you didn't draft this, you didn't draft that. He didn't fucking have to.
No.
And people are acting like too, man. Like, it really does bother me. Like, I understand that people are not, like, casuals wouldn't understand that Jordan Jefferson and Mason Smith are still sitting there because they don't understand that we had an incompetent defensive plan last year.
Exactly.
And I understand how easy it is to fall victim to that. But if you're really going to claim you love this team, you're going to realize real quick that, first of all, Devon Hamilton was one of the only consistent pieces on that D-line last year. Number one.
For those that would have been trying to get rid of him.
I'm just saying he was one of the most consistent on the line. And then, bro,
he the reason they stopped the tush push in Philly.
I'm saying, and then you got Mason Smith and Jordan Jefferson. The more time that they've gotten on the field, the more of a fucking problem they were becoming. Like, I mean, over and over again. Like Mason Smith himself just turning it on all by himself at the end of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got Eric Armstead's going back to the position over there. That's 4 of them right there in rotation.
Right.
Now we got Agba too. Like, we are not short at the position. You people just don't realize what we really have at the position. And then another thing, Cedric even said, have faith. I know, I got a feeling Travis Hunter's going to be good. Hold on, man. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think Travis Hunter's going to be great. Because, look, the more I know, we've talked about it on the show a couple times, boys, where we didn't think, that he's going to play 100% of the time. He can't. He's not going to play 100% of the time. But let me tell you something. It takes a special ability to be high on draft boards at both positions.
True.
I mean, I'm just being honest. And I don't care what anybody says, man. Do I understand that he was playing for Colorado? Yes, I do. I do. But there were still some quality teams he played against and dog walked them personally, not the whole team, but he dog walked them just like he did everybody else. There ain't no like highlight reel of Travis Hunter getting shit on. And I'll tell you why there's not one. Because it don't happen. I mean, he might get beat every now and then. Everybody playing defense is going to get beat someday. But bro's not just out here getting cooked. Like, the fact that people really think that he's going to turn out to be a bust is crazy. But let me break down the simple math for everybody to understand it. Say we didn't take Travis Hunter. We're going to take Teterow and McMillan. That's already been told to us. We knew that. So say you take McMillan. That means next year we're going DB.
Right.
In the first round. If you got the chance to knock that bitch out of the park right now, knock them both out, and knock yourself into almost guaranteed contention with what you're thinking, why wouldn't we take it? We've been bitching forever and ever and ever that the old way don't work. The old way don't work. The old way don't work. Well, here's the new way, bitch. The new way has arrived. So get with it or get to stepping, because that's what we're doing now. I mean, and on top of that, man, y'all were even talking about it earlier, like Super Bowl winning this, Super Bowl winning that. James Gladstone got a ring over there with, LA, man.
That's a fact.
I mean, I'm just saying, and honestly, I don't give a shit about Super Bowl head coach Doug Peterson. You the only Super Bowl winning head coach I've ever known to be fired within 3 years, bro.
Well, as I mentioned quite often, it's one thing to be a Super Bowl winning head coach, but when you're in 2015 and you still running them Super Bowl plays from 2017, whatever, that shows there has been no progression, no improvement.
What shows no damn progression is that Press Taylor was with us until he left.
Well, he was with him in Philly too, wasn't he?
Yes. No, yeah. But that's my point. You know what's crazy, man? I don't think Jags fans are really appreciating Gladstone enough right now, because he shut out Ethan Wald the other day. The Falky era is officially gone.
That was a good move.
But let's just look at what that means, man. Let's look at what that means. Oh, you're right. Trevor Lawrence did want this guy. You're right. That's exactly right, Cedric. That's exactly what I was just about to point out, okay? You got a front office that's telling us we're doing everything we can to build around Trevor, except for anything to build around Trevor. You paid Walker Little for what? Why did you pay him? Well, honestly. And if you were going to pay him, I'm not saying the contract was outrageous, but why'd you give him that? Like, you don't give him 3 years, bro. He was barely doing anything when you paid him. Okay? You actually go out and do what we did this offseason. It has now been shown to us that in one offseason, you can put together an improvement of an offensive line. Doesn't mean they're going to be the best. Doesn't mean they're going to be the best offensive line, but it's definitely progression. Definitely better than what we put on the field last year. You can do it in one fucking offseason. But the craziest part about it is you can do it in one offseason, add other key pieces, and not break the bank. You can do it all, like we've been begging for fucking years. And everybody's like, oh, well, when we trade away the first round pick, man, what do you think it takes to reset years of just absolute poverty-stricken bullshit?
Yeah.
It's going to take some moves, man. You're going to have to do some untraditional shit to fix traditional bullshit. And we've been stuck in this just rut of just trash and repetitive trash because we got 2 stars on offense right now and ain't done a damn thing to help them. Not a fucking thing. We ain't done nothing to help them. As a matter of fact, the only damn thing we did was make it worse on them.
Mm-hmm.
Defense. We've had stars over and over again. Didn't do nothing to help them. Paid them before their time came and then complained when they didn't pan out. Like, now we're not doing that no more. It's a new day.
Yep.
It's a new day. I don't know, man. I just think everybody should be a lot happier right now.
Right. And you know what else, though? You know, I noticed coming out this draft and who we picking up, you know, I'm a little older than y'all. So Al Davis once said, speed kills.
Oh, we building a track team, baby.
And if you don't believe we damn near got a track team on offense right now, it's
well, let me tell you that Tootin. Hold on, I got the statistic right here. I screenshotted it the other day just because I knew I wanted to talk about it. Hot damn, where to go?
Okay, Beanie Baby, welcome to the show. I remember seeing you. Man? Okay.
Hey, what's up, man?
Glad
and also,
make sure you hit that subscribe and follow for us.
Yeah, we got $2.99. Be 300 if you're not already subscribed.
Oh, not gonna be the 300, number 300. That I'm talking about.
Hold on, man. I know that we have 3 players from this draft that have all hit over 20 miles an hour last year on field.
Oh.
And I had it pulled up, and of course now I can't find it. How about that? That's just how it works, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? But
I
Travis Hunter, Tootin, and Ransaw.
Right.
All over 20 mile an hour. Speed kills, man. And you know another thing. You know, Isaiah brought it up, how I've been banging on the table about hardware winners. Let me just point out something very simple, man. This is the simplest metric of football. I don't care how it happens, but winners fucking win.
Who?
I mean, winners fucking win. And bro won something. Bro actually won 2 somethings last year.
Right.
And all I'm gonna say is, man,
didn't he win 3 somethings? Didn't he win wide receiver, corner, and Heisman?
No, he didn't get. He didn't get both.
I thought he got both.
No, he got the Bolitnikoff. But no, he didn't. I don't think he got both. But even if he did, that just even furthers my fucking point.
I see Isaiah on top of it, so I ain't got to start typing.
Oh, he did win 3. No, he did. So
there you go.
But so I've been saying for like months now, bro. Like, you know, I know it seems like something that goes under the radar, but like, again, all the shit that's been like, we've just been screaming, this is common fucking sense, bro. There's no way this is not being done on purpose. Mm-hmm. No fucking way. Then they get in here and you're like, so someone does fucking see it. Like, how is it that first day you come in and you immediately identify that this is the worst fucking offensive line in football?
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly. See, Cedric, we just said the same thing.
Yeah, okay. I thought I was about to say read it, but
me and Cedric saying the same thing. And I love the fact that they are willing to bench Gabe Davis' stupid ass. I don't give a fuck if you paid him $100 million. Sit that sorry motherfucker on the bench till he learns to use his hands instead of his chest.
Honestly, I believe if his contract was and
he'd be gone.
He'd be gone already. I really
do.
Believe
honestly, if they find a way to free up some cap, like if they get rid of
they might cut him anyway.
ETN or somebody else, they might cut him anyways. Because at that point, because at that point he's not going to play, especially if like a guy like UDFAs, if one of those guys comes in or we get something else, like there's no reason to keep him around.
Right.
No, because it's Parker Washington's time. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's Parker Washington's time. God damn it, that motherfucker has done nothing but prove to us that he's earned a shot to be on the field. Made all the contested catches thrown his way, became the security blanket when Evan Ingram was hurt, became a security blanket for dog shit ass Mac Jones who couldn't throw past 15 yards. That dude has done nothing but show up and show out every time we've asked him to. It is his time.
What are you gonna say, Eric?
I think Trevor said it.
Okay.
And another thing, man.
I think Trevor said it already.
I'm so tired of the we don't know if Trevor Lawrence is good shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck no, hold on, because bro, they're all quick to hop on the train when he's top 10 in stats, and then he's getting his shit kicked in by the worst offensive line I've ever seen. Like, I'm not saying that bro doesn't make mistakes that quarterbacks make. Oh hell yeah, you finna show me shit gonna get me hyped up. Here we go.
But what quarterback don't make mistakes?
I'm saying,
you know.
This is the UDFA wide receiver I'm looking out for, Mr. Eli Pankel out of Duke. 6'3", 205, 4.3 40. He's a burner. He had 55 catches, 741 yards, and 9 touchdowns in 2024.
Man, what's up with the arm?
You right, Cedric. You know why he don't give a damn about dead cap space though? One, because he understands, like everybody else from the outside, that cap space clearly don't really exist. Because how the fuck the Saints sign anybody?
Yeah, because they sign a whole bunch of people every year.
Yeah. I ain't even trying to hear that shit. The cap space ain't real. That's a fucking myth. But even then, bro, it just keeps going up. And bro clearly knows how to work a deal. We just got Emmanuel Ogbah for max of $5 million. Max. I mean, come on, bro. And you know, another thing, Robert, I see what you're saying about Washington being full-time punt and kick returns. But man, I'd rather see that thrown to somebody else. We just got the fastest fucking running back in the league while we still have a shitload of running backs on the roster still. Like,
I think that's what
let that motherfucker let him take the kicks, bro. He's a burner, man.
Watch, bam, he gone.
That cut is lethal, man.
Yes, he's gone. That's tooting, y'all. That is tooting right there.
You're darn tooting it is.
You're darn tooting it is, boy.
All right, we ain't gonna be doing all that now.
I am every time he scores.
Hell no, we doing it, boy. He's hitting 4. Hell yeah. He's gonna be like that meme. You ever seen the dude that's waking up from the anesthesia and they're like, "You want some Wingstop?" He's like, "Hell yeah, I want Wingstop." That boy running straight to the Wingstop. That look like me every day.
But look at his feet. His feet never stop. They never stop. Just move. Quick feet. Vision. And he will run over you.
Oh yeah.
He's a brick shit house moving at mock Jesus. I mean, he putting some motherfuckers down, man.
Yeah, he's James Robinson with 4.3 speed,
and that's lethal.
Yeah, I'm excited for this guy.
Yeah. See, that kind of goes back. If he doesn't, I think he gets some play on the offense this year. I really do.
Oh yeah,
he better. Hell yeah, he will. They didn't draft him for nothing.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, I think neither one of. I don't think they're sold on Tank Bigsby or Etienne, because if they were, we wouldn't have taken so damn many.
Yeah, well, you got to think about kickoffs too.
See, Robert, I agree with that too. Like Etienne and Tank are not going to be they're clearly not the future focal points. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let them fucking return it. I don't care what you got to do. My point is, Parker Washington need to be in the fucking lineup, and honestly, but not just that. It ain't even about we're not even really speculating anymore because Liam Cohen already told us your ideal 3 is Brian Thomas Jr., Diami Brown, and Parker Washington. That's how we learned that they are not fucking with Gabe Davis. But now that you got Travis Hunter, I really hope that it goes BT Hunter Washington, not BT Hunter Brown. Because, bro, I know people are high on Diami Brown after what he did in the playoffs, but bro barely had 750 career yards through 4 years before that. And I understand that's why we got him on a 1-year deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you have to understand too, Trevor, the team he was on, he wasn't going to get that many targets anyway.
I mean, he had the fucking offensive rookie MVP last year, and he still didn't do shit until the playoffs.
Well, I mean, money time.
Ooh.
I like money time. I can get down with money time.
It's money time. And, if you got teams, because they had, Gatson and Evans, right? And then you got the back coming out the backfield. So if they're concentrating on him,
Robert, I agree with that. Gladstone would rather have Rook starting and Cedric. You damn right. Teams won't be able to stack in the box. And that's what I'm saying. I hate the fact that people are like, oh, we gave up too much to the Browns. No, bro, we really are a couple key pieces away of common sense shit too. That's the shit that kills me. It's common sense shit. We were common sense moves away from being in contention again. Like, you don't go 9-8 in back-to-back seasons for no fucking reason. It clearly means it's some small shit, but it's some shit that should have been addressed and just got ignored. Flat out ignored. Like, the minute that Walker Little got manhandled into Trevor Lawrence's ankle into a high ankle sprain and sent us into derailment, should have been exactly when motherfuckers knew when his contract's over, it's time to let him go.
Right.
Bro got dog walked. Now, I'm not saying it's all his fault. I think that we ruined him. I've been saying that for a long time.
I think we all said that.
Yeah, we ruined him. It's not all his fault what he turned out to be, but let's call a spade a spade. He still ain't turned out to be good no matter what the hell went on. So it was just common sense stuff, man. And you think we're putting a bigger line in front of Trevor now. And I said this last year. You can ask the guys right here, Cedric, because, I mean, we haven't got to interact too much, man, but I've been talking with them all year. Everybody's slaying, oh, we need a secondary. We need a lineman. I'm like, fuck that. We need somebody to take the attention off of Brian Thomas Jr. Fuck that. We need somebody to take the attention off of Brian Thomas Jr. And the reason we need that is because exactly what you just said. You could put 8 men in the box to stop Tank Bigsby, or now Tootin, or you could double team one or the other, or you could just play your luck one-on-one man coverage, and Brian Thomas is cooking that every time. So it's about being versatile, and we always were one-dimensional, and it was atrocious because we had the ability to go so much bigger.
Yeah.
So much bigger.
Not to mention the passing routes, the routes were in the scheme was just sucky.
No, Cedric, I'm going to be honest, though. You're right. He didn't have Brian Thomas and Hunter, but he was still on the other side of Terry McLaurin, man. Like, he got some opportunities. Yeah. He just was not capitalizing.
I did. He did come from Washington. My bad, y'all. I don't know why I was thinking about Tampa Bay. Maybe it's because of the coach. But, yeah. So I stand corrected. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate it.
I'm excited about this guy. I think Rayon Lane can end up being a quality strong safety for us in a year or two.
Dude, I watched a lot of Navy games, and the guy was in a lot of places. He's a good ball player.
Yeah, he can thump.
And one of the best things I love about him is he tackles. He
very
tackles.
Well.
Yes, he does, man. He's gonna be. First of all, he's gonna be a special teams menace.
Yes,
absolutely, because he's a heat-seeking missile.
Oh yeah, Jabbar Muhammad. I forgot we brought him in, the guy from Oregon.
Oh, you're right, and I'm glad to hear that too.
My only gripe is he's like 5'10", 175 or 165. Like, he's small.
But shit, all he's got to do is know where the fucking ball is, and he's already an upgrade. You got to play.
I'm just going through all of them.
Oh, okay.
Because these are like 2-minute videos the Jaguars put out with their highlights. Yeah, Rayon Lane is a guy that is always in the right place. And he went to Navy, so he's got discipline. He, smart kid. He hits, he tackles. I mean, he does not let up a tackle. He had 8 forced fumbles in his career there. He's good, man. Like, he is good. I'm excited for him.
I will say too, man, one thing I'm really excited about is the fact that they didn't pick up that 5th year, which is showing they have trust in our favorite guy of the linebacking core right now, Ventrell Miller, which I fucking love that.
Maybe. I don't know that Ventrell is what they are not picking that up for. I think it's Jack Kaiser.
Oh, it's definitely I'm thinking they believe they have a better shot between the two of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Ventrell is a great up front, like, run stopping linebacker. His coverage skills though are what's gonna be his.
Well, they need to play Ventrell Miller just like Philadelphia plays Bond. Because if anybody would notice, Bond never wore the green dot last year, but he just got a big ass contract. The reason he got a big ass contract, they let him play free, and he was an absolute fucking missile. See ball, get ball. That's all he fucking did. See ball, get ball. And Ventrell is an absolute rocket.
I think they like Ventrell.
You're right, Cedric. He is a dog, man.
I don't think they dislike him. I just don't know that he's necessarily the plan to go forward from Lloyd. But it also depends on what kind of defense we run. Because if we're running a 3-4,
No, it's going to be a 4-3.
I know it's going to be a 4-3, but I'm just saying, they've going to have packages to have them both on the field,
right.
I'm sure. But I don't know. Because also,
I'd like to see them both on the field with Foye.
Ventrell will be 27 years old this year, and he's in his third year in the league.
That's all right.
Care, bro.
Yeah, I know it's all right. And Jack Kaiser's 24 as well. It's
I think him and Jack Kaiser together, man, and with Foye at the helm, keeping him in check. You know what I'm saying? Because Foye is our defensive quarterback. We know that. You keep Foye in the middle, let the two of them just fucking ravage shit to the sides. It's game over, man.
Yeah,
I really do think I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Last year out of 17 games, we lost 13 by 1 point, one score. Yeah. It's, and it can be a lot of attributed to the defense, some to the offense. But yeah, like you said earlier, Trevor, we're just one or two pieces from making the playoffs. So I think, this year is going to be a better year. And if these draft picks, just a couple of them pan out, oh, yeah, we in good shape. And they're building for the future. Remember last year when Sean said we got to start building and developing through the draft. So.
Yeah, said that and then proceeded to draft motherfucker.
Yeah, well, you remember who the GM was and who the coach was, and they didn't get along, which was
one thing that I hope they don't. I hope they don't go back on this because of what we've acquired. And Robert, I agree with you too. I think Jack Kaiser will replace Aluakon if Jack Kaiser can run the defense as efficiently as Aluakon. Because Aluakon, by the time his contract's up, I'm not going to lie to you, he's probably going to know that it's time for him to start coming down on the number if he wants to stay in the league. And for as long as Foye is top 3 in tackles and is still keeping everybody in their spot, Foye needs to be on that defense.
I agree.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do I believe Jack Kaiser will have his time? Absolutely, I do. And I hope to God he does. And I think that with the way this front office is now, I think it'll happen that way. You're right, Cedric. That's exactly what we was talking about. He couldn't build this team to win. But one thing, I will give him this. His last draft really wasn't that bad because we got some studs out of that draft, man. We really did. But not even that. Let's talk about, I like the fact that they told Jarian Jones they were thinking the same thing, which means we were right the whole fucking time. That motherfucker should have been outside because he's a dog.
Yep. Exactly.
He's him, bro. He should have been outside because he is a dog. And I love, honestly, this is going to be a little bit of a hot take for some of our people. I think, honestly, if you bench any of our fucking people other than the obvious ones, it's got to be Tyson Campbell. Because we just brought in some new DBs from free agency. We got people that got to play the slot now. Clearly, we want to put Jarian on the outside. If you've got to take someone, if it's me, if I'm picking between Tyson Campbell and Jarian Jones, I'm taking Jarian Jones every time.
Would you be surprised if we end up in a trade? We trade him away?
No, I think that would be the smartest thing we could do.
I think there's 3 players we're potentially going to trade away this year. I think it's going to be Tyson Campbell, Travis Etienne, or it's going to be my brain just shut off. Darnell Savage. I think it's going to be one of those 3 guys. Savage would be, he'd probably be like day 3 compensation. But
Rob,
I think those are 3 guys we might be.
Hold on, man. That man is the tackle machine. You're right. Eventually, Father Time's going to catch him. Nobody wins that race. But I'm never going to put a time on Aluakon until Aluakon puts a time on Aluakon because he's brilliant, man. When you got a guy that's got the IQ and intelligence that Foye Aluakon has, he's taking care of his body, and he knows himself, man. He'll call it before he lets the game catch up to him, I promise. Or at least I believe that. I don't think he'll just let the game pass him by while he's still trying to slug by on some fucking barely making a 53-man roster type shit. He'll go when it's time.
Yeah. So Isaiah, why would Savage be on the block?
Savage be on the block. I don't think we have a use for him anymore. Yeah, we don't have any work for him no more.
Well, with the addition of slot corner, we got Jarian Jones, we got Travis Hunter now. Because you got to think, if Travis Hunter is going to get packages right on defense, he's going to play the dime, he's going to play the nickel. He's not going to play outside corner right off the bat because it's easier to learn the dime and the nickel position than it is to learn the outside corner position. And it's also typically going to be smaller guys. They're not going to put him out there against Jamar Chase. They're not going to put him out there against Amon-Ra St. Brown. They're not going to put him out there against these guys. I just don't think there's room for Savage at this point, unless they start him at strong safety, which I'm pretty sure that's where they're starting.
That's where Dewey's going.
No, that's not where Dewey's going. That's
either
where,
Dewey or
Eric
Ransall's going.
No, Eric Murray's going to play strong safety. Ransall's going to play free. You're not putting your 4-3 speed guy at strong safety whenever you got other guys running 4-5.
I agree with that. And, no, you're definitely right. Robert Savage was not that good.
Yeah, and then you got. I mean, my thing too is though you've got Rayon Lane now, who's a great tackler. He's a good box safety who plays decent. He plays decent in coverage. You've got Eric Murray. You got Dewey Wingard, who they like. I mean, Savage is what, slot 2, slot 3, and safety 4, safety 3. Unless he can come in and win out the strong safety spot, and we've got 4-3 speed at both safety spots.
Yeah,
I mean, then I'm happy, but I mean, I just don't know that his contract's not that bad either. I mean, he's a guy
Cedric just kind of made a point that I said when we first got Gladstone and he started releasing people, when he said, he has no loyalty to these people. I said this, and the guys can back me up on this. I said this like a month and a half ago now. That's the best fucking way to do business. Fuck them if they need to be fucked because I have no reason to care about them. That's exactly what it is. Drop the fucking boomstick on them, man. If you don't make sense for this team, you got to take your ass on.
One thing I like, too, about our top 3 defensive picks, not top 3, but 3 of our defensive picks, and really all of them, every single one of them, no matter what position they play, they talk about how great of a tackler they are.
Yeah.
The only one that's not a great tackler is Travis Hunter. And he made some business decisions. He's playing a lot of plays, and he's not going to be primarily on defense anyways. I think, though, by the start of this season or by the start of next season, I think he'll be like 200 to 205 pounds.
Yeah, I agree with that. I honestly think, though, I'm not going to lie to you, I think he will primarily end up defense because there's no way you play part-time defense and don't get cooked.
No I don't know. It just depends on what we do on offense. I mean, if a guy
it's way easier to hop into the offense.
The only way I see him being primary defense, especially this year, it'd be one of the other receivers step up.
Well,
and then somebody gets hurt on defense.
Well, think about this. Exactly. Parker Washington has shown that he's more than capable. And that's the two they're going to switch in and out because Diami's an outside the numbers guy. He's not going to be the slot guy for him. They're going to send Diami outside the numbers to try to take pressure off BT on the sidelines. So on those packages that they want Travis is subbing in Parker. But there's no fucking way. It's not going to fucking happen. You are not playing part-time defensive back in the NFL and being successful at it. You're going to have to be full-time defense, part-time offense. And that's like they said, though. The reason he's going primary offense in minicamp right now is simply because it's harder to learn the offensive playbook than it is to adapt to a defensive scheme because it's still the same coverages. It's just when do you do what coverage with what play. That's all it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's just like you snap your fingers and you know it, but like regardless, it's a lot easier to learn that than it is to learn offensive playbooks. That's the only reason that people are leaning towards that he's going to be the mostly offensive side of it right now anyway.
I think part of it too that you really got to think about is like with the NFL, the biggest thing to worry about is not his stamina. He's got stamina.
Robert
we
just
know
said
that.
Same thing.
The only thing we got to worry about is other people putting contact on him and him not being able to handle it.
I was about to say it's hard to take those big ass hits for 150 snaps a game.
Well, the thing though is like the NFL is much. I feel like the NFL is slower than college. There's more commercial breaks. There's longer commercial breaks. More
I think I said that the other night on
clock stoppage. It's a lot slower than a college game, and there's typically less snaps. People don't really realize that. College, it can be 54 to 64. You're not getting that in the NFL except for outside of like the most rare, crazy occasions. But there's games where Colorado was going, offense, defense, offense, defense, offense, defense, and they're, like that 150 play game against Stanford last year or 2 years ago or whatever it was. The NFL is not really like that. Like you're getting 3-4 drives in the first half and 3-4 drives in the second half, maybe, depending on how they run it. I mean, if you're playing against us in 2022 in your San Francisco, you can have a 14-minute and 32-second quarter, and us have 30 seconds in the quarter with the ball. So, that's the big thing is like
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
I did. Because I don't think we're like that anymore, so I'll bring it up. But I just think it's something where there's not nearly as much time, or I'm sorry, there's not nearly as much play time. And that's why college has 100 players, and you have dudes with the same number on out there, like and so I don't.
Hey, Caesar says our slogan from now on is "Game on" and "Fuck them picks."
Yeah,
you damn right. I said that to the group chat that night. Fuck them picks.
But I don't know. It all depends on his reps, how he feels. He's going to be one of those guys you're going to have to tell him, hey, you're taking the day off, or hey, you're going over here today. Hey, you can't go to both meetings today. You got to do this. Like, it's going to be the team stopping him, not himself stopping him, because he loves football. I mean, there's nothing that kid loves more than football besides fishing, and I don't blame him. I love fishing too. But it's going to be interesting, man. I think it is, and. It also depends on who gets hurt, because if BTJ goes down, I guarantee you Travis Hunter does not see many snaps on defense. And
I could agree with.
If Tyson Campbell goes down, or Jarian goes down, or whoever the outside corner is, likely he's going to be taking more snaps on defense and then spelling offensive players a little bit more. Like it's all going to be attrition, and how it goes is
go ahead. I'm finished. No, I was about to ask. We're saying, but we got DeAndre Prince still back there too. We have no idea what he's going to be capable of. Remember, we drafted him last year.
Honest, they just buried him on the depth chart. To be completely honest with you,
maybe
because it's not that I don't think he can win a spot, because they're clearly open to anything.
Right.
They will go into camp and say, I don't give a damn that I just drafted you. If you ass, your ass. Get the hell out of here. And I fuck with that so hard, man. I've wanted that so long, man. Yeah, you know what, Robert? You're right. I was freaking out about those draft picks, and I'll tell you why. Because the first rounder, man, and all of the second and third rounders, that it was a lot, man. Now, do I agree with what in the end result? Yes, I do. But that
was that momentary shock, and I think it was more of a shock because we didn't see it coming. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't see it coming. And then to find out what we gave up, they're like, oh my God, did we really just give up all that up for Travis Hunter? Because we weren't really all out sold on Travis Hunter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I said,
worse. But after going back and re-examining what was given up, what was taken, and that just leaves next year's draft pick right now, because honestly, no one knows what any of these guys are going to do until they start playing, put their pads on, and line up in September, basically.
Man, I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see Trevor sling that bitch again, man. I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, of course.
I just want to see a 65-yard fucking nuke, boy. Boom.
See, and I think that's the other part. Yeah, are they going to open up the? Well, no, Cohen doesn't open it up like that. But I think there's going to have to be a variation of what he ran in Tampa, and a wider open passing game.
Well, my opinion, and apparently this has been a hot take, but our offense is way more loaded than the fucking Bucs offense. I don't care, bro. Our offense is more loaded. Just with Brian Thomas and with Trevor at the helm, we're more loaded. And okay, so you take that. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Baker Mayfield. I ain't hating on Baker. I love Baker. But man, listen. Cedric just made a great point too, though. Like he said, a top 10 running game gets you to playoffs. Look, man, if it's bad enough that Trevor Lawrence is even commenting in these pressers lately saying our run game was non-existent and that was a problem of mine that I had, like I didn't enjoy that. I tried to make that known. Well, yeah, of course you needed to make it known. So what happens? You tell them, hey, we don't have a run game. So instead of actually looking at why we don't have a run game, you just took another running back.
Yeah, Robert, this is the Tank Bigsby replacement, by the way. This is for UDFA, Jaquindon Jackson we got.
But you know what, Isaiah, too? I'm loving these backs. But what do you notice about everything these backs running? They run behind a pretty damn decent, and they run behind a damn decent offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
Offensive line are moving people. And we know for sure that didn't happen for us last year. So
hell no.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying, I was screaming this all last year. You can be good all you want to, but that shit ain't good enough.
Yeah.
I like this kid already.
Yeah, this is where I like to see it. This is where it starts getting just.
Oh, yeah. Patience and Bulldog? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
He had 15 touchdowns last year as the backup running back. He was the number 2. 749
You're
rushing
right,
yards.
Cedric.
He got a mean stiff arm on him, too.
I just saw that. He hit that bitch with the extendo.
Cut.
Ding.
Dang.
Ding.
That was a
Ding.
pretty cut.
Get the fuck off me, bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, for
hell
a
yeah,
big
that's
guy
my
that
kind
runs
of
a
guy.
4, he ran a 4.6 at their or a 4. I'm sorry, he ran a 4.76 at their pro day. He runs faster than that on the field.
Yeah, of course.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, well, now
He
we see
has-
why he went UDFA, but that's like I said the other day. Play 40 speed is way different than play speed.
Yeah.
He's a guy that he's a guy that probably didn't practice because a lot of those guys practice for like months to perfect their 40. Because I mean,
bro
really,
just
the
showed
40,
up and was
the
like,
40
fuck it, I'll run.
Yeah, he just went to his pro day and ran it. Like he probably did not practice at all. He probably didn't give a shit because he knew he was going late anyways. So I mean, he's a good short yardage back. He's getting in there and.
Oh man, I saw this posted today and I could not agree more. It says it
Right.
feels like we finally have Trevor Lawrence's back. Coaches, O-line acquisitions, we drafted Travis Hunter and 2 running backs. It's time.
What, 5 years into his career, it finally happened? Oh my gosh.
We're finally doing something that might benefit the man.
Right. Exactly. But it all started with fixing what's up front in front of him. That's where it all started at. As we have been saying for the last 2-3 seasons. Hey, fix the offensive line. Fix the offensive line. Give him more.
Now let me read you guys this story. This tells you how good fucking Gladstone is, man. It says it was Gladstone's job to keep the vibes high. As the second round played out, the rookie GM was locked in. With the Rams on the clock, I asked Gladstone to predict which player his former team would take with 46
I
selection.
saw that.
He squinted at the board for a moment and he replied, Terrence Ferguson, tight end, Oregon. A minute later, an NFL official at draft headquarters over speakerphone announced the pick, Ferguson.
Yep. I read that also. That goes
And
to
you're
show
right,
he
Cedric.
knows
You
what he's
damn right
doing.
we running the ball. We running the hey, because you know what? Gator don't take no shit. That's why. We're gonna do what the fuck we want.
My
Gator.
biggest issue with
Who the
Jabbar
heck is
Muhammad.
Gator? What?
Oh man,
That's a joke from what was that movie?
Water? Oh no, that's the other guys.
Yeah, the other guys. Yep.
Oh, okay.
He said, hey man,
yeah.
Gator don't play no shit. Gator ain't never played no
my
shit.
main problem with Jabbar Muhammad is that he's 5'10" and he only has like a 30-inch vertical.
So that means he
That's
must
okay.
be very solid in his technique then.
Yes, that means if it's he's not a red zone corner is what that means in the NFL.
Right.
Because you got a guy like Mike Evans, you got a guy like Amon-Ra, you got a guy like Justin Jefferson out there. Like he's not winning the jump ball contest with any of those guys.
You know what I think's funny too?
He's a good tackler though.
Gladstone
That seems to be a theme, huh? They're all good tacklers.
Damn, you know what I didn't know until Duval TV, shout out to you, just sent me a video. Virginia Tech running back Bashaw Tootin breaking the VT single game rushing record.
Yep.
But get this. I think this shit is my favorite thing ever, bro. People be trying to go in there and chin check the shit out of Gladstone with that bullshit. They be on that bullshit and he's just like, yeah, no, we ain't fucking with that. Check me out. And like when they were like, why didn't you address the defensive line? He's like, trust me, there's still moves coming. Emmanuel Ogba, get fucked.
Yeah.
Immediately. And I love that he knew it the whole time, bro. He knew it the whole time. Didn't say shit. Just waited for him to see it and have to sit back and eat shit.
Right. Like the deal they made to pick up Travis Hunter. You know, that was done way before the draft. But nobody knew about it.
Yeah,
Patrick Herbert,
big man.
Patrick Herbert reminds me of Luke Farrell. He's not super athletic. He's not gonna be a 50 to 100 catch a year tight end, but he's a solid blocker. And whenever he gets the ball, he gets yards.
Well, yeah,
this is the one we got as a UDFA. Bro. I can almost guarantee you, as it stands right now, Patrick Herbert will make the 52-man roster.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. We got what, four tight ends on the roster? That's
We
it,
got
right?
we got three.
We have three.
We got Brenton Strange, Johnny Munt, and the other dude. I can't remember his name that
Right.
we picked up.
Well, when I said four, I was you're right.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
You know what I do like to see though?
What?
I like to see that Joshua Cephas still has a locker, man.
And I meant to bring that up earlier. That's another name that we have to look for too. He
Yeah,
didn't have a year. He didn't have a year in the NFL now, and we know what he was like when coming out of college. So he's had time to work on his skills a little bit. And
He's a dog.
If he
He's a
progresses,
dog.
that's even better. Then
I just
that's
think it's
another
criminal
option.
asking anyone to come in their first year under Press Taylor. And he's a dog though, certified.
The question is, do you think some of them players just were held back just because?
Yes,
Not
absolutely. Just because they healthy scratched Mason Smith for what?
Yeah,
this is the
Over a
record-breaking game, by the
pissing
way.
match.
This is what I'm talking about. Watch that.
Yeah,
Watch that.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crazy,
He's the fastest guy on the field, but this is what I'm talking about. He knows he is, so he pulls up 20 yards early, and then dudes start to catch him.
You know what he's doing? He's running, looking at the video board, watching himself run, which I hate. I hate people, the backs who do that. Yeah, they're gonna fix that. They're gonna fix that.
Yeah, you see his head's up there. That's what he's looking at for sure. And we got big ass jumbotron, so he better cut that shit out. He didn't even have to look up to see ours.
That is a fact.
And the running backs we got too, Tootin and Allen. Allen especially, they're great pass catchers.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah.
18 for 286 and
Hunter
4 total
Long is
touchdowns.
the other tight end who came from the Rams.
Huh?
Hunter Long was the other tight end.
Robert says he's saving his hamstring. Sure he is, Robert.
You know what makes me happy is just seeing Wyatt Millen's size again, that he's 6'6", 320.
Yeah.
Look at him go. Yo. You're darn tootin'. I'm going to say it every time he scores a touchdown. I don't care.
See, he didn't slow down then.
No, he didn't that time, but that guy was a lot closer.
Yeah, that is true. That I was about to say. Yeah,
Fred Johnson, 6'7", 330. Patrick McCarry, 6'5", 315.
Oh, they bringing in some beef. They brought in some beef now. Don't think they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and tell the league we are running the fucking ball every first down without telling them.
Okay.
But
I don't know.
I'm okay with it this time. I'm okay with
sure?
this time because well, I'll tell you why. Because you actually did something to try to make it fucking productive. Because before we knew that shit wasn't gonna work, and these dumbasses just kept doing it anyway. It was like, oh, we got a first down, we got to throw that away. We can't have that. Oh no. Press Taylor saw first down. He said, no, I got to get rid of this. That's just too important. We can't have that.
Hey, here's a question. Does Luke Faulkner make it through training camp?
I hope not. I don't.
For the love of God, we can only hope
There's a
not.
chance he does because him and Cohen have a connection. Because he was there whenever Will Levis was there, and that's whenever Fortner was there. So there's a chance, but I think if Monheim can come in and play well, I think they'll get rid of him with the thoughts to develop him, because we also have Cooper Hodges who's taking reps for center. We have Patrick McCarry who can play center. We've got the dude we brought in to play center. Like, we got guys that can play center.
Right.
This is Copperhaven. This is the other tight end that we got in UDFA. He's a little smaller. He's like 6'3", 240, I think.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he'd be like a hybrid, maybe. That in between. He like that in between tight end that can be kind of like put in the slot.
Kind of like a split tight end. You could put him in line, but you're more like, but like he'll take reps from anywhere. Like right here, he's taking reps out of basically the slot.
Yeah. You know what I really hate to see, and I've seen it a lot on these things. tackling is not a fundamental that is really taught in college anymore. They teach you to teach, but why
it
you
can't
hit?
be.
Why are they hitting them with a forearm? These guys are too big. They're not just gonna fall down. I mean, every time I see somebody doing it, it makes me cringe, man.
I about cried when I saw Mason Taylor go off the board in the draft. Man, I really wanted Mason Taylor, that tight end at LSU.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have him, but I mean, I get not taking him.
yeah.
No, Cedric, I agree, man. I was in the stadium fucking losing my fucking mind, bro. I'd be in the stadium having people sitting around me talking about, you've seen this before, haven't you? It was like every fucking week, bro.
Every week, yep.
Every damn time.
I don't know. Randy
Just like
Moss.
that white dude.
I'm sorry. Randy Moss son came out of LSU, didn't he?
Yeah, he was bad though. He was good in college. He's small. He was tight end, but he's like 6'1.5", like 230.
Yeah.
He was more of a receiver, but he didn't have the speed. Yeah, Thaddeus Moss was his name. Yeah, he was there. He was there when Burrow and them won the Super Bowl, and Burrow asked the Bengals to draft him, and they did in like the 4th or 5th round, I think.
And then he's going to hand the ball out to Jacoby Criswell. Criswell has the option to either hand it back up or double reverse or throw it. He decides to throw it to Copenhagen.
Yeah, this guy's a solid after the catch guy too, it seems.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited though. We got a couple of UDFAs that I'm excited for. Linemen, the wide receivers. I think we signed 3 wide receivers, 6 defensive linemen, and 3 DBs.
Let's see. 1, 2.
Yeah, 3 corners, 1 safety, 1 O lineman,
a quarterback,
a linebacker, a quarterback. Branson Combs out of Wake Forest. He sounds familiar. Which, if you notice, though, too, at wide receiver, we got J.J. Jones, 6'3", 210. We got Chandler Brayboy, 6'1", 199. We got Cam Camper, 6'3", 197.
That's a hell of a name, ain't it? Cam Camper.
Yeah. And then we got Eli Pankel, 6'3", 205. Like we were looking for 200 pounds or more and like 6'1" or more. And 3 of them are 6'3". I bet you they all run a 4.5 or faster.
Fuck that. We were looking for bulldozers, and we got them.
And we needed them.
Mm-hmm.
We needed
We're
them.
running the ball, man.
Danny Strigal. He sounds familiar. But all right, boys. Well, what else, y'all? Y'all got anything else for tonight?
No, we have a long off season to go still before anything happens. So yeah. So we can save whatever it is we have left. We can save it for later. Hey, y'all, don't forget to subscribe. Follow us. Hey, get your friends to do it. If they don't want to do it, just do like I do. Just take their phone and put it in.
Excuse me. Yeah, you are subscribing by hostage.
Yeah, help us get those numbers up. I think Isaiah said earlier.
Can't be soon though, bro. You're right. I can't wait.
Yeah,
$299.
Yeah, we had $299. Who's going to be that 300? And then we can start going for the next one. Who will it be?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, as always, thanks for coming on, boys. Thanks for the good one. And we out.
Peace.
We out.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out Worm.
Shout out to